What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. A few weeks ago, I was able to meet up with some friends at the beach, some of whom I'd never met before, and as it turns out, one of them was a foreign exchange student from South Korea. He spoke little English, but as we connected further, we got on the subject of theme parks, and though he's not an enthusiast, he asked me if I knew of a place called Lotte World. Of course I had, thanks to a very special indoor Vekoma design coaster some of you have probably heard of, but for those of you who haven't, this inspired me to make a video on it. With the layout crossing and winding through multiple buildings, a single vertical loop, and some of the craziest ejector airtime present on current day loopers, this custom MK1200 designed by Peter Clerx offers some really interesting and unique elements with theming, near miss points, etc., and even VR at one point. Sounds cool, right? But what is this coaster, and where did it come from? This is the story of Lotte World's French Revolution. Lotte World Adventure, now simply Lotte World, began development in August of 1984 and opened to the public on July 12, 1989, followed by Magic Island in 1990. It is close to Jamsil Station, which is on the Seoul subway lines 2 and 8, and was next to a New Country supermarket when it opened. However, this New Country supermarket was absorbed by the Lotte shopping mall in 1990, and the name was changed to Lotte Department Store in Jamsil, and then Lotte Mart in 1998. Since that time, there have been more than 40 different types of amusement rides added to the area, including Gyro Drop and Atlantis, as well as large-scale fantasy parades nearly every day. On December 12, 2007, the total numbers of visitors surpassed 100 million, and foreign tourists made up 10% of the total in 2012. Along with Everland and Seoulland, it is considered one of the top 3 entertainment venues in the Seoul metropolitan area, and with 7.58 million visitors in 2011, it was rated 11th in the world. In addition, Lotte World opened a water park from 2014 to 2015, and on October 14, 2014, Lotte World Aquarium was opened as well. In 2016, Lotte World Kids Park was opened in Yupong Lotte Mall, and if you haven't caught on yet, basically this place is always changing and adding new things, including a new for 2021 theme park with a massive Mack launched and Power Splash coaster that I'll briefly cover later. But for now, let's talk about French Revolution. French Revolution, opening on July 12, 1989, is a custom looping coaster from Vekoma Rides Manufacturing and was designed by Peter Clerx. With one inversion, the ride takes guests through an elaborately themed half-scale city and is described by Lotte World as such: an electrifying thrill of rotating 360 or even up to 540 degrees at full speed. Enjoy the non-stop excitement of near crashes with surrounding buildings. And this is no understatement. Even the ride's arguably primary element, the vertical loop, encases a bridge connecting to a structure below the lift hill. Riders first approach a left-hand turn after leaving the chain lift into a small building, before experiencing a small pre-drop and heading back into another building, this time in the form of a helix. At this point, riders then go through an angled piece of straight track into a tunnel of rotating lights, and then boom, an extremely forceful drop into the first and only inversion, a vertical loop. The ride then heads up a banked hill, back down again, and into the final element, another helix. And that's essentially a general overview. But the ride is much more intense and impactful than you might think. After asking some questions about it to roller coaster enthusiast and friend of mine Antonio, he said, quote, "I was absolutely shocked by the airtime on the drop. It was really smooth, as well as with strong forces too, and just generally a good ride." The ride also received VR back in 2017, and hence the name was changed to French Revolution 2 VR. For some further stats, the ride also reaches speeds of up to 44 miles an hour and lengths of over 2,000 feet. Interestingly enough too, when Lotte World was in development back in 1984, the park had actually originally, or so I've been told, contacted roller coaster manufacturer Senyo Kagyo to design the coaster, but after problems between the two companies arose, Vekoma was deemed as the better option. Luckily, this seemed to lead to great success for the park, so much so that, as I mentioned earlier, a new Lotte theme park is opening next year in Busan. Known as Lotte World Adventure Busan Magic Forest, this new theme park will have its own unique design, completely different from that of Lotte World, with 6 themed zones inspired by nature. With 3 coasters, 2 of which will be in the extreme category, we can expect to see a Mack Rides Blue Fire clone and a Power Splash model, same as Pulsar at Walibi, Belgium. As for the third coaster, I assume it's a family one based on the name, but we'll have to see. Either way though, I hope to get out to these parks sometime in the future, because man, they both look awesome. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new. It's been a major pleasure creating new content for all of you, and suggestions are certainly welcome down below for future videos. You can also catch us on Instagram as well for those daily posts, and expect a video coming in another few short days. Until then, it's been fun talking to you guys, and we'll see you all soon. See ya!